Hello, I'm Julian Phillips, in for Andrew Schmertz. As you can imagine, the investigation and cleanup of the tragic Amtrak derailment continues in Philadelphia. As of today, 8 people are confirmed dead and more than 200 people injured, some seriously. Why was life-saving technology not installed on this track? That is a big question. And what are the costs of updating our rail system? How long will it take? Let's bring in Dr. Robert Passwell, transit expert and distinguished professor of civil engineering at the City College of New York. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You know, we've talked about Congress cutting funding to Amtrak, but we've got to be clear here in terms of what they want to cut. They're talking about cutting capital expenditures, not necessarily cutting funds for safety measures and updates. Is that true?
Well, those are capital expenditures. What you're doing is you're taking an existing system of signals and information and replacing it with a modern system. What they want is positive train control. It's the law that all freight and passenger systems around the country have to have this, but it's incredibly expensive. It's a computer-controlled system that looks at the railroad network of the United States as a complete network, knows where all the trains are all the time, what all the speed should be, and has the ability to override the actions of someone on the train.
Okay, so you've taken politics out of this. I called it capital expenditures. You're saying it's all one and the same for the
Well, it
most
is
part.
capital expenditures.
Okay, good enough. We're talking about cutting about $300 million from $1.4 billion to $1.13 billion. Some would say perhaps that's really not a whole lot of money, but you're saying that $300 million.
That $300 million could probably put in the remaining part of the system for Amtrak.
What do you think Congress should do at this point? We've had a major disaster here, and Amtrak is not immune to these kinds of things, as you know, over the years. We go back to 1943, and 79 people were killed in a disaster not far from where we're talking about now. Do you think something like this might prompt Congress to change their thinking on approving this money?
I think Congress has to look at our intercity passenger rail system as a national treasure, not as a local thing. Congress is too divided into little local areas, and they've got to look at it as this is important to the health and the future and the economy of the United States. If the Northeast Corridor can't survive and compete with China, with France, with the European Union, with London, we are going to find that we're not first place in the world anymore. It's going to affect our economy. And
some people say we are not indeed in first place right now when it comes to technology and a number of things. I want to focus on one thing here. You're a civil engineer. You know about these things. This thing we've talked about before called positive train control. It should be a mandate. In fact, they have this technology not far from where the crash took place. Why would they not have it on this curve here where you're talking about a 50 mile per hour expenditure of speed?
Well, it sounds simple. It's a law that both freight and passenger rail is supposed to have it theoretically by the end of the year. Freight's trying to get a delay. They've begun installing it in parts of the system from Washington to New York. But you have to remember the Northeast Corridor, especially the Washington and New York corridor, is probably the most congested rail corridor in the United States and one of the most in the world. And to do it is very complicated, takes a lot of money, and you have to begin to stage it to say, if we're going to overlay a brand new system on top of an old system, what are we going to begin to shut down? We'll begin to shut down service on New Jersey Transit a little bit, or on Amtrak, or on the MARTA, or things like that. So it's a complex system, and it's going to take time, but it needs the effort. It needs somebody to say, we're going to get it done.
Last question for you. President Barack Obama, as I'm sure you know, wanted to install a high rail speed system here, I guess, within 25 years. When we have tragedies like this, how might that affect his proposals to do such a thing?
Well, I think the problem with his proposal is too slow. We need it faster than that. And I think it's just a question of education. The more the next generation comes up, they don't like cars as much as this generation, my generation.
Right.
As long as they love rail, we might see changes in Congress.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Of course, all eyes are on the thing called money, which affects everything.
Always.
Dr. Passwell, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Sir. All right.